Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'm bringing you my review of the new movie Cartel 2045. This one will be releasing on video on demand May 1st, 2018. Be sure to click subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload great new content. If you enjoy the video, be sure to show it some love and give it a like rating. So I'm not sure if this one went through a name change possibly. IMDb has this listed as Juarez 2045 and it's now called Cartel 2045. So the name Juarez makes sense because this movie takes place in Juarez, Mexico. It is not rated and is an action-adventure sci-fi directed by Chris Lee. It stars the one and only, the greatest man ever to live, Danny Trejo, Alexander P. Heartman, and Brad Schmidt. So as I said, this is really kind of like an action movie. We're in the future, the year 2045, and kind of before that, these advanced robots have been created to fight wars, and like every country has banned them already, and now this drug cartel run by Danny Trejo has gotten their hands on some. They've got the scientist who created them. They're using him to create more, and they're going to create like this whole army. So the U.S. government sends in an ex-Marine with a whole other group of Marines basically to stop this whole operation, even though they have kind of like a sinister plot as well. So most of this movie we see the Marines fighting against, drug cartels and advanced robots and whatnot. I mean, there's some side stuff within the drug cartel and this ex-Marine, kind of his side story. But the main thing is they're trying to get that scientist. Now, first, let's talk about these advanced robots. They're supposed to kind of look like the ones from Chappie or Elysium, and they do kind of look like it, but they perform more like AI from Call of Duty games. They, from only feet away, cannot shoot people. I mean, you'd think they'd be pretty accurate. Isn't that kind of the point? But they're terrible shots. Luckily for them, they're bullet sponges, just like AI in Call of Duty. They take a ton of damage and seem to never really get destroyed. Another issue I kind of had in this movie was the rapid changing in lighting. Unless every scene in this movie takes place, at sunset or sunrise with the sun at an extreme angle, they'll show one angle and it's super bright, and then the next angle it's super dark. And they did actually keep the lighting pretty consistent on the CGI, which was pretty surprising. It's not something you usually see in a lower budget movie. What I mean is that the CGI will just stick out like a sore thumb. No, they kept, if it was a dark scene, they kept it dark on the CGI. If it was light, they kept it light on CGI. But the lighting just kept going back and forth, and it was a little distracting and kind of obvious that there was some kind of issue there, either much different times of day, or just they were messing with the lighting and editing. I'm not really sure what that was. There's also, I saw at least one kind of glitch where a guy walks through a CGI robot. Not a huge deal. For the most part, really, for as heavy as the CGI was on the robots, it was all really well done. I would have expected for the robots to be in it more, but obviously that just adds to the budget with rendering all that CGI. So I'm not real surprised, but I did expect there to be more robots in the movie and them to actually be a little more effective. Next complaint, not enough Danny Trejo. Well, he is obviously the big name in this movie. He's really not the star. It's the ex-Marine. He's the star of the movie. And so I would have really liked to see more Danny Trejo, but it's not one of those movies where he's just in it for a few seconds. He's in it for a good amount of time. So I think overall, this was an enjoyable action sci-fi type movie. It got a little slow in some parts, and we got maybe a little too much into the cartel than we needed to. But I think this is a solid movie. For what it is, for a low-budget sci-fi. A lot of times they don't turn out real well. So I think I'm going to give this one a 5.5 out of 10. It's above average for sure, but the story needs some work to really propel it up there. But like as I said, it's good for what it is. Definitely enjoyable watch. I hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, be be sure to leave it a like rating. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out suggested videos. Check out my website, BOBSMOVIEREVIEW.com. And I'll see you guys next time.